where I'm going to do part 3 of my Warner Bros. VHS Collection 2020 edition, in which I'm going to show you the Boring Shield titles. Now this is also going to be requested by Nathan Ziglar. I've got 3 clamshells and $49 subcovers. We're going to get started. So the first tape I have is the 1999 VHS of Beetlejuice. The Name and Laughter from the Hereafter. This movie is starring Michael Keaton. I've got this VHS, I think from Goodwill. They form on Goodwill, one of the two. Uproarious. There hasn't been anything like it since Ghostbusters, says Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. It's directed by Tim Burton from Batman, Mars Attacks, and Edward Scissorhands. Keaton's Beetlejuice is one of the biggest, baddest wolves a ghost movie has ever unleashed. A puller gas, says the Village Voice. Living or Dead Alone. Say B word 3 times and have a wonderful day-o. Rated PG and it's 92 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Beetlejuice. And it was printed on September 21st, 1999. And this tape needs to be rewound before I do the opening to this tape. Next tape I have, we've got the 1999 VHS of Jack Frost with Michael Keaton. He's the world's coolest dad. He's gonna prove it. I got this VHS from Bay Farm. Roundfuls to Joe Ziglar, Good Morning America. This movie also co-stars Kelly Preston and Joseph Cross. And it's rated PG for mild language. And it's 102 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Jack Frost. And it was put on December 6, 2000, even though it's a 1999 VHS. And the next tape I have is the 2002 VHS of VeggieTales, The Star of Christmas. This tape is normally from Big Idea, but it has a Warner Brothers logo on the top. So that's why I included it to my Warner Bros. VHS collection. Saturday morning values, Saturday morning fun. So Bob the Tomato and Larry the Cucumber put on their first Christmas musical, The Princess and the Plumber. And this impressive show will teach London to love. And it's also co-feature Junior Asparagus as Edmund Gilbert. Not rated, it's 45 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for VeggieTales, The Star of Christmas. The tape is lime green and was printed on October 19th, 2002. And there are some previews at the end of the tape. I don't know what's at the end of the tape, so I have to look that up on YouTube before I start doing the closing to this tape. But you can request me to do the closing previews of this tape. But wait till it gets close to Christmas or around mid-November or around December, or wait till it gets around November or December or it gets closer to Christmas. Because right now we got like 5 months till Christmas since it's July right now. Well, next tape I have is the 2000 VHS of Analyze This with Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal. You try telling him his 30 minutes are up. And there's also co-stars Lisa Kudrow. Bonus consists of hilarious outtakes. I got this VHS from Goodwill. 4 stars, the funniest comedy in the decade is Catherine Kinley, WPIX TV, New York. It's also directed by Harold Ramis from Caddyshack and National Lampoon's Vacation. Special feature rocky movie, hilarious outtake gag reel featuring the film stars. Rated R for language or scene of sexuality and some violence is 104 minutes. And here's the website for Analyze This. It's put on it's put on April 4th, 2000. Well, you know what, I'm just gonna have to stack the clamshells right here. That way you don't tumble. Next tape I have. That one's a Blockbuster copy. It's in 2001 VHS of Angel Eyes with Jennifer Lopez. 2 thumbs up says Ibero Beer in the movies. I've also got this VHS from Goodwill. This movie, have great chemistry says Glenn Whipp, Los Angeles Daily News. It also co-stars, it's also directed by Louis Madoki from Left Message in the Bottle. Rated R for language, violence, and the scene of sexuality. It's 103 minutes. Here's what it looks like for Angel Eyes. Put it on August 31st, 2001. Next tape I have. We got the 1997 VHS of Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Clooney, Uma Thurman. Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell, Uma Thurman, and Alicia Silverstone. I got this VHS off of eBay. Consistently dazzling and ingenious, breathtaking says Michael Medved, New York Post. Also directed by Joel Schumacher, and it was based on the DC Comics and Batman characters created by Bob Kane, and it's also published by DC Comics. Rated PG-13 for strong stylized action and some innuendo. It's 125 minutes. So here's what it looks like for Batman and Robin. For on September 15th, 1997. Next tape I have is a 1996 VHS of The Bridges of Madison County with Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep. I got this VHS from Goodwill. Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep make magic, says Owen Gleiberman and Entertainment Weekly. Meryl Streep earned her 10th Oscar nomination for this performance, and Clint Eastwood also produces and directs this film, and it's rated PG-13 for some sexuality and brief strong language, and it's 135 minutes. So here's what it looks like with The Bridges of Madison County, and it's put on September 25th, 1996. And next tape I have is a 2005 VHS of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. Watchers who have never seen anything like this before, says Dale Scott in the New York Times. I got this VHS off of eBay. A feast for the eyes and the imagination, says Leonard Malta, Entertainment Tonight. And it's based on the book by Roald Dahl. And rated PG for appropriate situations. Action mild language is 115 minutes. Here's what it looks like for Trying the Chocolate Factory. No print date. Next tip I have We've got the 2000 VHS The Chill Factor with the Cuba Gooding Jr. Skeet Ulrich. Two guys, one bomb, and a whole lot of ice cream. I got this VHS from Goodwill. A roller coaster lure with thrills and spills, says Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. Most likely to succeed. As rated R, it's 102 minutes. So here's what it looks like for Chill Factor, and it's printed on May 2nd, 2000. I tried uploading the opening previews to this tape, like someone requested me to do, but I don't want to do this because YouTube has to take down the opening previews to this tape on my YouTube channel nationally because of the IY Shut video promo. Because it has sexual content in it. I didn't get a copyright strike for that, but YouTube had to block my video nationally, so I had to delete it from my YouTube channel. And I'm not gonna upload the Chill Factor VHS opening anymore. So I have to decline the Chill Factor VHS opening from while doing opening videos. So don't request me to do Chill Factor and VHS openings anymore. And now for the next tape I have, which is the 2004 VHS of the Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray. This film is What Our Dreams Are Made Of. This is Michelle Bizarre Fox TV. I got this VHS off of eBay. Hilary Duff sparkles in the must-see TV movie of the year. She's Heidi Hurst's Tiger Beat. Rated PG from our language and Anando, and it's 95 minutes. So here's what it looks like for a Cinderella Story. No print date. Next tape I have. Next tape we got is the 2003 VHS of City by the Sea with Robert De Niro, Francis McDormand, and James Franco. Two thumbs up is Eber Roper. I've got this VHS from Goodwill. Directed by Michael Cannon Jones from This Boy's Life. It's based on an article by Michael McAllery. Excuse me. And it's rated R for language, drug use, and some violence. It's 108 minutes. So here's what it looks like with City by the Sea. There's a Blockbuster label. Next tape I have is a 1997 VHS of the Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. Jerry Fletcher sees conspiracies everywhere. One that turned out to be true. Now his enemies want him dead, and she's the only one he can trust. I got this VHS from Goodwill. One of the smartest, scariest, and funniest thrills in the year, says Stephen Reed, Philadelphia Inquirer. I don't know what I know, but I know that it's vague, says Jerry. And it's rated R for some violence. It's 135 minutes. Here's what the tape looks like for Conspiracy Theory, and it's put on March 26, 2002, even though it's a 1997 VHS. The next tape I have is a 1998 VHS of Contact with Julian Foster and Matthew McConaughey, from the Academy Award-winning director of Forrest Gump and the Pulitzer Prize-winning author of Contact. A message from deep space. Who will be the first to go? A journey to the heart of the universe. Got this VHS from Goodwill. 4 stars. One of the best movies of the decade. Says Arch Campbell, WRC TV, NBC, Washington D.C. Jodie Foster is the winner of the 1988 and 1991 Best Actress Academy Awards for The Accused and The Silence of the Lambs, and Matthew McConaughey from Time to Kill and Amistad. And it's based on the novel by Carl Sagan and directed by Robert Zemeckis from Forrest Gump and Back to the Future. Rated PG for some intense action, mild language, and a scene of sensibility. It's 162 minutes. Here's what the tape looks like for Contact, and it was put on June 6th, 1998. Next tape I have, we've got the 1996 VHS of the Executive Decision with Kurt Russell. 5 miles above the earth, an elite team of 6 men must make an air transfer in order to save 400 lives on board 747 and 440 million below. High-flying excitement, passenger seatbelts is back on WWR TV. I got this VHS from Goodwill. If you like action adventure, this is the tickets. It's Joel Ziglar Among America, ABC TV. Faster than speed and more fun than Broken Arrows, says Alan Barrow, News House Papers. Rated R for violence and brief language, and it's 133 minutes. So here's what it looks like for Executive Decision. No printing. Yeah, no printing. Sorry. Next tape I have, we've got the 2000 VHS of The Family Tree with Robert Forster, Naomi Judd, Andy Matt Lawrence, and Cliff Robertson. When sound threatens to cut down and Sinister One Boy, I Take a Stand, featuring a hit soundtracks with songs by Leanne Rimes, Jodie Messina, The Judds, Shannon McAnally, and Mary Griffin. I got this VHS I think from Goodwill. This one special says Jeffrey Lyons of the NBC TV New York. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. And it's rated G and it's 89 minutes. So here's what it looks like, The Family Tree, and it's put on July 19th, 2000. Next tape I have is the 1997 VHS of Father's Day with Robert Williams and Billy Crystal. All she said was, "My son is yours." Unfortunately, she said it both to them. I got this VHS from Faith Farm, and it's an irresistible comic team, independently zany, says Jan Madison in the New York Times. The mother of all comedy events is back on WWR TV. It's directed by Ivan Reitman from Dave and Ghostbusters. It's rated PG-13 for sexual humor and drug references, and it's 99 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Father's Day, and it's for October 15th, 1997. Next tape I have, this is from the Warner Bros. Special Edition, and it's the 2001 VHS The Fugitive with Harrison Ford from Indiana Jones, a murdered wife, a one-armed man, and an obsessed detective. The chase begins. I got this VHS from Bay Farm. A home run essentially directed and acted to steely perfection, says Jan Madison in the New York Times. This movie is also directed by Andrew Davis from Under Siege. Special features before the movie, the original theatrical trailer, and an all-new introduction right with the film stars and creators. After the movie, behind the scenes documentaries on the run with the fugitive and derailed anatomy of a train wreck. It's based on the characters created by Roy Hugens and is rated PG-13 for a murder and other action sequences in an adventure setting, and it's 103 minutes and it's got 36-minute extras. So here's what the tape looks like for The Fugitive. It's put on May 23rd, 2001. Next tape I have is a 1997 VHS of Goodfellas with Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci. 1990 Academy Award winner and Best Supporting Actor Joe Pesci. 3 decades of life in the Mafia. This is the special widescreen edition of this VHS. I got this from Goodwill. The best mob movie ever is Roger Ebert vs. Skull and Ebert. And it's based on the book Wise Guy by Nicholas Pileggi. Sure pronounce it right, but oh well. It's rated R and it's 146 minutes. Here's what it looks like for Goodfellas. And it was put on February 10th, 1999. Even though it's a 1997 VHS. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of The Green Mile with Tom Hanks. Paul Edgecombe didn't believe in miracles until the day he met one. Once Wedge behind the scenes documentary from the director of The Shawshank Redemption. Got this tape from Goodwill. Actually, I got this tape when my dad is selling some tapes in case I needed them. Unquestionably, the best picture of the year is David Sheehan, CBS TV. Including Oscar nominee Michael Clark Duncan. Movies are really as good as books. King told Entertainment Weekly. This one is. Special feature after the movie behind the scenes documentary Walking the Mile. Rated R for violence, language, and some sexually material, and it's 189 minutes plus 10-minute extras. So, there's part 1. From November 9th, 2000. And there's part 2. It's got the same print date. There I go. Next tape I have we've got the 1996 VHS of Grumpier Old Men with Jack Lemmon and Margaret Walter Matthau and Sophia Loren. Still young, still fighting, still ready for love. The best comedy of the year is Jules Kramer, WKDM Radio, New York. Got this VHS from Goodwill. Better, funnier, ever, even grumpier than the originals is Joel Sick Good Morning America, ABC TV. Pure joy of wonderfully warm-hearted comedies is David Sheehan, CBS TV. I think I got this tape from Faith Farm. Since I got the prequel to this tape, so I got this tape from Faith Farm. Mansas Manicotti. Rated PG-13 for salty language and innuendo, and it's 101 minutes. Here's what the tape looks like for Grumpier Old Men, and it's from October 9th, 1996. Next tape I have is a 2002 VHS of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone with never before seen footage. Got this tape from Faith Farm. The Wizard of Oz is kind of a complete triumph as Richard Roper, Eber Roper. And it's based on the book by based on a novel by J.K. Rowling. Rated PG for some scary moments. The amount of language is 152 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone from February 20th, 2002. I don't know what's at the end of this tape, but I can't show it to you because of copyright claims. I don't want to get a copyright strike for that shit. Next tape I have is a 2003 VHS of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I got this tape from, I think, well, it's probably from, like, Goodwill. Yeah, Goodwill. Either Faith Farm or Goodwill. Along with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which I'm going to show it to you next. Outmatches even its own predecessor with more action, humor, and thrills to Scholarly Wig USA Today. And it's based on a novel by J.K. Rowling, and it's rated PG for scary moments, some creature violence, and mild language. It's 161 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like: Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and it's from January 30th, 2003. The next tape I have is the 2004 VHS of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This true kids classic is just as magical for adults as Peer Grainer New York Magazine. And it's based on a novel by J.K. Rowling. Rated PG for fighting moments, creature violence, with mild language is 142 minutes. And here's what it looks like with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban from October 9th, 2004. Next tape I have, we've got the 2002 VHS of Heists with Regina Ackman, Danny DeVito, and Delroy Lindo. Heist strikes gold as J. Card of Boston Globe. And Delroy the cast is Roy Antis, Michael Wilmington, Chicago Tribune. I got to say from Goodwill. Endlessly clever, full of action and suspense, is given Thomas Los Angeles Times. And it's from writer and director David Mamet. And it's rated R for language and some violence. Is 109 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Heist. It's got two print dates. November 23rd, 2001 and January 14th, 2002. Well, next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of The In Crowd. What would you do to get in? Got this VHS from Goodwill. A sexy nude thriller you'll get into from the director of Pet Sematary. It's directed by Mary Lambert from Pet Sematary. And it's also starring Susan Ward, Laurie Huring, Matthew Settle, and Evan Erickson. A little bit of Wild Things, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, is TNT Rough Cut. And it's rated PG-13 for violence, sexuality, language, and drug content. It's 105 minutes. And here's what it looks like for The In Crowd from March 10th, 2001. Even though it's a 2000 VHS. Next tape I have, we've got the 1991. No, it's not released in 1991, but the movie's from 1991. But the next tape I have is the 2000 VHS of Oliver Stone with 2000 VHS of JFK from the Oliver Stone collection. This movie starring Kevin Costner. Electrifying, and knockout, and thrilling. It says Richard Color's time. This is the special edition, the director's cut. My dad got me this tape when he saw me some VHS tapes in case I needed them. One of the 10 best films in the 1990s is Roger Ebert, the movies. Stunning, powerful, remarkable, it holds the audience breath in the grip. Excuse me. Don't trust anyone who claims this movie is hogwash. Says David Anderson Newsweek. For this remastered edition, director and co-writer Stone has added 17 minutes of footage to the Academy Award-winning movie, like new excitement to the mosaic of Jim Garrison's turbulent investigation of John F. Kennedy's murder. And it's based on the books on a trail of the assassins by Jim Garrison, and Crossfire, the plot that killed Kennedy by Jim Mars. And it's rated R, and it's 206 minutes. Now I think this is the longest VHS movie I have, but not the longest movie I had in my movie collection. The longest movie I have in my movie collection will be Gone with the Wind. Oh. It doesn't say which part. I can't tell you to know which part. Oh, and sprint date tells you which part, so, okay. And there's part 1, on July 30th, 2001, and it's also on July 21st, 2001, and there's part 2, it's got the same top print date, but it has a different bottom print date, which is July 9th, 2001. I wonder who's honking. We'll just ignore it and continue where we left off. After showing you Kangaroo Jack, I'm going to pause the video so we can take a break because I can't videotape with webcams don't let you videotape for more than an hour. It's gotta be an hour or less. So the next tape I have is a 2003 VHS of Kangaroo Jack. Gotta make sure if it's the... Yeah, tape's in great condition. 2003 VHS of Kangaroo Jack. An action comedy for the entire family is Jim Ferguson, Fox TV. I got this VHS. I got this VHS off of eBay. Got the first VHS, got the first Kangaroo Jack tape from Fate Farm, but it doesn't seem to play the VHS very well, so I got this one off of eBay. Kids will have a hopping good time since Neil Rosen and my one New York. And it's from producer Jerry Bruckheimer from Origin and Remember the Titans. Hysterical laugh reacts is Jeffrey K. Howard, ABC TV. And it's rated PG for language, crude humor, and sensuality and violence. It's 89 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Kangaroo Jack. And it's from May 20th, 2003. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to stop the video. I'm gonna have to pause right here, and I'm going to have to save it and I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna save it and paste it as basically as an icon. So I'll be back with you as soon as I can. Alright, so moving on to the next tape I have is the 2000 VHS of Kelly's Heroes with Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, Don Rickles, Carol O'Connor, and Donald Sutherland for the Clint Eastwood collection. I got this tape from Goodwill. Clint Eastwood's Missile Squad is in the army and in the money. And he's also, it's also from the director of Where Eagles Dare. Rated PG at 143 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like with Curly's Heroes. Put on May 3rd, 2004. Even though it's a 2000 VHS. And now for the next tape I have, which is the 1998, 1988 VHS of LA Confidential, with Kevin Spacey, Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, Kim Basinger, and Danny DeVito. With everything's suspect, everyone is for sale, and nothing is what it seems. Off the record, on the cutesy, and very hush-hush. The best movie of the year this time. Top gorgeous and vastly entertaining since Jen Madison in the New York Times. A genuine masterpiece that will knock your socks off, says Rex Reed. Ravishing thrilling tale of police corruption and Hollywood glamour, says Marshall Fine Dennett newspapers. And it's based on the novel by James Elroy, and it's rated R for strong violence, language, and sexuality, and it's 138 minutes. And here's a tape looks like for LA Confidential. And we've got the Blockbuster label. There's no such thing I can do about it. And now for the next tape I have, which is the 1999 VHS of We Will Weapon 4, with Mel Gibson, Dan Glover, Joe Pesci, Ring Russell, Chris Rock, and Jet Li. The gang is all here. Extra feature, go behind the scenes of the cast and crew. And this is a Richard Donner film. Whoa! That I got off of eBay. High Voltage Entertainment. Fast, Furious, and Theater Safe Finances, David Sheehan, CBS TV. It's from producer and director Richard Donner and producer Joel Silver. Added attraction after the feature. Legally Yours, a behind-the-scenes visit with the stars, the crew, and pyrotechnics of We Will Weapon 4. And it's rated R for violence and language. And it's 127 minutes. Plus you got 60-minute extras. And here's what the tape looks like for We Will Weapon 4. And it's put on April 30th, 1999. So that's 17 days after I was born. Next tape I have is the 1999 VHS The Matrix from Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne. This is the collector's edition of this VHS that I got for Easter, but I have to get a new one off eBay since the one I got for Easter didn't play in the VCR very well. Smart filmmaking gets dropped in for a brains-popping trip. It says Richard Corliss time. Perception. Reality. Special features after the movie for behind-the-scenes making of documentaries was bullet time bending digital effects, was the concept conceptual drawings translated into movie reality, and segments on the memorable Kung Fu fighting lobbies shootout tunes. And it's rated R for sci-fi violence and brief language is 136 minutes, plus you got 26-minute extras. And here's what the tape looks like for The Matrix. And it's probably December 19th, 1999. And now for the next tape I have. It's the 1997 VHS. 1997 VHS of 1997 VHS of Michael, with Andy McDowell, John Travolta, Andy McDowell, and William Hurt. He's an angel, not a saint. Also co-starring Bob Hoskins. Got this one from Goodwill. Travolta's magic as an angel with a devilish eyes is Roger vs. Skull and Ebert. And it's also directed by Nora Ephron by Sleepless in Seattle. And it's based on a story by Pete Dexter and Jim Quinlan. And it's rated PG for a mild barroom brawl and some language and sensuality, and it's 106 minutes. And here's a table site for Michael, and it's put on November 19th, 1997. Next tape I have is a 2001 VHS of Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock, Michael Caine, Benjamin Bratt, and Candice Bergen. Sandra Bullock scores a comic book size as David C on CBS TV. I got this tape off of eBay. 4 stars, the season's freshest, funniest surprise is Mike Connolly, ABC TV. My Fair Lady meets Lethal Weapons is Sarah Edwards, NBC TV, Boston. And it's rated PG-13 for sexual references, and the scene of violence is 110 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Miss Congeniality. And it's printed on March 31st, 2001. Next tape I have is a 2004 VHS of Mystic River with Sean Penn, Tim Robbins, Kevin Bacon, Lawrence Fishburne, Marcia Gay Harden, and Laura Linney. Winner of 2 Academy Awards: Best Actor Sean Penn and supporting, and the Best Supporting Actor Tim Robbins. I got this VHS from Goodwill. A new Clint classic, Clint Eastwood's finest achievement as a director, Superior Travelers, Rolling Stone. It's featuring the characters Jimmy, Dave, and Sean. And it's based on a novel by Dennis Lehan. And it's rated R for language and violence is 138 minutes. And here's a tape looks like for Mystic River. And it's printed on March 23rd, 2004. Next tape I have is a 2002 VHS of Ocean's 11 with George Clooney, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Brad Pitt, and Julia Roberts. And it's starring the actors in alphabetical order. I got this VHS from Goodwill. The 2 thumbs up for Ocean's 11 is Eber Roper. Academy Award-winning director Steven Soderbergh. Special feature on the movie explored the movie's cool costume designs and the look of the con. And it's rated PG-13 for some language and sexual content. It's 117 minutes. Plus it's got 10-minute extras. And here's what the tape looks like for Ocean's 11. And it's put on April 13th, 2002. So it's put on my 3rd birthday. I'm looking forward to watching this film. Next tape I have is the 2001 VHS of Pay It Forward with Kevin Spacey, Helen Hunt, and Haley Joel Osment. Is it possible for one idea to change the world? I got VHS off of eBay. Remarkable, deeply moving since Jeffrey Lance of the NBC TV New York. It's directed by Mimi Leder from Deep Impact. And it's based on a novel by Catherine Ryan Hyde. And it's rated PG-13 for mature thematic elements including substance abuse and recovery, some sexual situations, language, and brief violence. Is 123 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Pay It Forward. It's got two print dates, April 2nd, 2001 and April 9th, 2001. Next tape I have, we got the 2000 VHS of The Perfect Storm with George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg. Got this VHS from Fate Farm, I think. Super suspenseful and terrifying, Titanic and Jaws combined. This Pia Lindstrom, Fox TV. And this movie took place in the early 90s. And it's based on a book by Sebastian Junger. And it's rated PG-13 for language and scenes of Pearl. And it's 130 minutes. And here's what it looks like for The Perfect Storm. And it was put on October 20th, 2000. Next tape I have, we got the 1999 Pieces of Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. There's a little wedge in every woman. It's directed by Griffin Dunn for Addicted to Love. Also co-starring Aidan Quinn and Gwen Visinjik. And Stockard Channing and Diane West. Diane West. This tape, the back of the slipcover case does not appear to be in great condition. So it's rated PG-13 and it's 104 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Practical Magic. And it got the Blockbuster label. Next tape I have is a 2001 VHS of Proof of Life with Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe. Got this VHS from Goodwill. A top drawer adventure thriller with superb performances such as Jeffrey Lyons, WNBC TV New York. WNBC TV New York. And it's co-starring David Morse. And it's rated R for violence, language, and some drug material. It's 135 minutes. And here's the tip. Looks like a Proof of Life. And it's got two print dates. July 11th, 2001 and July 18th, 2001. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman, and Normalcy Finance's Jeffrey Lyons, WNBC TV. Actually, it just says WNBC, so let me repeat it again. And Normalcy Finance's Jeffrey Lyons, WNBC. A Greater Run 30 dozen full of bites times his body laughs is Bill Bradley Westwood One Radio. The best football movie of the last few years is Larry Stewart, Los Angeles Times. And it's like, it's co-starring Orlando Jones and John Favreau. Pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever. That's what Falco told his team. And it's rated PG-13 for some crude sexual humor and language. And it's 118 minutes. So here's what the tape looks like for The Replacements from January 10th, 2001. $80 to 2000 VHS. Next tape I have is the 2002 VHS of Scooby-Doo. Includes never before seen footage. Soundtrack album includes recordings by Outkast featuring Killer Mike and Sleepy Brown, Shaggy, Sugar Ray, Little Romeo, and Baha Man. Also starring Freddie Prinze Jr., Michelle Gellar, Matthew Lillard, and Lena Cardellini. And also co-star Rowan Atkinson. And it's based on the characters created by Hanna-Barbera. And it's rated PG for some rude humor, language, and some scary action. And it's 86 minutes, plus it's got 16-minute extras. And here's a table site for Scooby-Doo. We've got the Hollywood video label. Next tape I have, we've got the 2004 VHS of Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Once this movie is awesome, says Marcus on EPN TV. I got this VHS. I think from, actually, yeah, it's from Goodwill. Or probably off of eBay. I'm not too sure. It's been a while since I watched the review of this VHS on my YouTube channel. Fun for a whole family. I love it to Steve Oldfield Fox TV. It's got the same actors to show on the back, excluding English actor Rowan Atkinson. Do see it. Oh, wait. Jinkies! Do see it. Oh, that's better. And it's based on the characters created by Hanna-Barbera. Rated PG for some scary action, rude humor, and language. It's 93 minutes. And here's what it looks like with Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. It's printed on August 5th, 2004. Next tape I have, we've got the 1997 VHS of Sleepers with Kevin Bacon, Robert De Niro, Dustin Hoffman, Jason Patric, and Brad Pitt. From the controversial bestseller. A moviegoer's dream. Steamy, suspenseful, powerful, and grievous is Rectory New York Observer. And it's directed by Barry Levinson from Rayman Disclosure. Reminds us what suburb acting is all about. It's Pat Collins of WR-TV. Rated R for language, graphic violence, and the 2 scenes of sexual content. And it's based upon the book by Lorenzo Carcaterra. Rated R for language, graphic violence, and 2 scenes of sexual content, and it's under 48 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Sleepers. And it's from September 10th, 1997. Next tape I have, we've got the 2001 VHS of Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Got this VHS off of eBay. Superman is still flying high. It's still good fun. Says Desmond Ryan, Philadelphia Inquirer. I'm sorry, it's good fun. It's Desmond Ryan, Philadelphia Inquirer. Excuse me. For me, it's the most personal of the entire series, says Reeve. It's directly reflect what Superman should be and should be doing. Also starring Gene Hackman and Mark Pillow, Mark Kidder, and Muriel Hemingway. It's still those four Superman movies are rated PG because the PG-13 rating has not been made. I'm sorry, the first PG-13 movie was not until, the first PG-13 movie was not until like 1989, and it's based on the DC comic characters, and it's rated PG and it's 90 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. And it's from March 29th, 2001. Yeah, the PG-13 rating didn't come out until like 1989. Next tape I have, we've got the 2001 VHS of Sweet November with Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron. She just needed a month to challenge his life forever. It's co-starring Jason Isaacs from The Patron, Jay and Greg German from Ally McBeal and Pat O'Connor from Circle of Friends. And it's rated PG-13 for sexual content. Language is 120 minutes. And there's the tape looks like, which we don't remember with the sticker label. And there's a Blockbuster label. Next tape I have, we've got the 2001 VHS of Swordfish with John Travolta, Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, and Don Cheadle. This is the password accepted edition. Plus, the bonus footage with alternate ending also includes a behind-the-scenes look at the special effects. Log on, hack in, go anywhere, steal everything. Got the VHS from Goodwill. The French Connection meets the Matrix. If it were any harder, you burst into flames as Mark Sargent and would be at FM New York. Gone in 60 seconds. And produced by Joel Silver and from the Matrix, and also co-starring Jonathan B. Crane from the Face Off. Directed by Dominic Sena, Gone in 60 Seconds, and produced by Joel Silver from The Matrix and Jonathan B. Crane from Facing Off. And it's rated R for violence, language, and some sexual nudity. It's 99 minutes, and it's got 12 minutes extras. And here's the table spec for Swordfish. On September 5th, 2001. So that's 6 days before September 11th attacks. September 11th attacks is very emotional. So the next tape I have is a 2002 VHS of 13 Ghosts. Misery Loves Company. Bonus footage, behind the scenes look at transforming actors into ghosts. A nightmare comes true for fans of seriously scary movies, says Joe Layden, San Francisco Examiner. It's from producers Gilbert Adler, Joel Silver, and Robert Zemeckis, who conquered up the equally terrific Haunted House on Hill from 1999. The welcome mat is out. Step inside if you dare. And it's rated R for horror, violence, gore, nudity, and some languages. 91 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for 13 Ghosts. And it's from March 14th, 2003. Even though it's a 2002 VHS. Excuse me. Next tape I have... Oh, I've already showed you that one. Next tape I have is the 1996 VHS of Twister for the producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed. The Dark Side of Nature. I got this VHS off of eBay. A Gale Force movie. The special effects are spectacular. It's Jan Madison and the New York Times. And it's rated PG-13 for intense depiction of very bad weather. And it's 113 minutes. And here's the tape looks like a Twister. And it was printed on August 26, 1996. Next tape I have is a 2003 VHS of 2 Weeks Notice with Sandra Bullock and Hugh Grant. Sandra Bullock and Hugh Grant are a perfect match. Says Leonard Maltin, Hot Ticket. I got VHS from Goodwill. The wit and charm of a classic romantic comedy. The chemistry between Bullock and Grant proved sensational. This is Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. And it's directed by Mark Lawrence and Miss Congeniality, and co-starring Omar El Gallagher from An Awesome American Statesman. Hugh Grant is one of the finest and smartest funny men of our time, says Glenn Whip, Los Angeles Daily News. Rated PG-13 for some sixth-grade humor, and it's 102 minutes. And here's our table site for 2 weeks' notice. And we've got the Hollywood Video label. And now for the next tape I have, which is the 2000 VHS of The Whole Nine Yards with Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. In the heart of suburbia, a hitman with heart has just moved in. It's laugh out loud side-splitting finds his luminous New York Post. Starring Jonathan, it's directed by Jonathan Lynn from My Cousin Vinny. A laugh reruns is Larry King USA Today. And it's also co-starring Rosanna Arquette and Marco Clark Duncan and Natasha Henstridge and Amanda P. and Kevin Pollak. And it's rated R for some sexuality, nudity, and violence. It's 99 minutes. And here's what it looks like for The Whole 9 Yards. And it's from May 27, 2000. I've already showed you this VHS in the previous video, but it's not been uploaded yet, so I have to upload the VHS DVD. I have to upload the Goodwill VHS DVD update first before I upload part 3 of my Warner Bros. VHS collection 2020 edition. Alright. Hopefully that's it. Next tape I have is a 1999 VHS of Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West! Now that's better. With Will Smith, Kevin Kline, Kenneth Branagh, and Salma Hayek. Got this VHS off eBay. I got this VHS from Fate Farm. A knock at Will Smith and Kevin Kline are hilarious as Dennis Cunningham CBS TV. Special features after the movie, 2 hip-hop music videos with Will Smith's Wild Wild West and Enrique Iglesias Villalobos. And Wild Wild West is produced by Summerfield and Batman's John Peters. And it's rated PG-13 for action violence and sex reverses and an interview. It's 105 minutes. Plus it's got 11-minute extras. And here's the table site for Wild Wild West. And it's from October 26, 1999. And I've got to get this back in the and I got to get this booklet back in the slipcover. And there we go. And now for the next tape I have, is the 1999 VHS of You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. The best romantic comedy years is Mario Salas, CBS TV. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan should win the Nobel Prize for chemistry, says Susan Wells Signa, USA Today. I got this VHS from Fate Farm. It's also co-starring Greg Keeler, Parker Posey, and it's directed by Noir Ephron. I was also co-starring Gene Stapleton. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan are romantics as Joel Siegel from ABC TV's Good Morning America. And it's rated PG for some language is 120 minutes. And here's a table site for You've Got Mail from April 2nd, 1999. So that's 11 days before I was born. Anyway, that's going to wrap up part 3 of my Warner Bros. VHS Collection 2020 edition. So if you liked the video, please be sure to share, subscribe, comment, and click the post notification bell. So stay tuned for part 4, in which I'm going to show you the Warner Bros. Hits titles. This video is now adjourned.